already in the commercial.
Oh no, I just played the intro.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so we're here. We're live. I
Oh, we're
prepared.
live. Ah,
I prepared this week. Ha
I didn't expect that. Welcome everyone to Toon Talk 2.0. My name is Virus Vox, your host, and my co-host on the other side of the screen, Jake Boga,
Listen,
Mr. Boga.
I've got to hack into the mainframe before the Secret Service finds out what we're doing. Before we know it, the FBI will be on our doorstep, possibly CIA. Although, to be fair, they're
Eh,
probably already watching via satellite.
we're not obsessed and we're not nerds. Look at this beauty that I just received. You see what they just put?
Yeah, you
I
know
don't know if
what?
you can.
I saw the trailer for it, and I'm not gonna lie, as as a huge fan of the original, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I
Oh,
think
I'm gonna I'm gonna watch and see it. But you know what? I had a dream last week. This is not bullshit, people. I had a dream that it was really mad and bad, and I woke up and I like, those kind of dreams that you think is it was real or not. I'm like, damn, it was bad that it was so bad. Now that I open my IMDb to watch, to be prepared for the show, I see that and I'm like, oh, actually it was a dream. So for a week, I thought it actually got released. I need to start going to the movies so often.
no,
Uh,
you need to
we,
keep going.
I know, man. We got a unique show today, and I want to talk this before. Please remember to subscribe and follow. Don't be a jerk. If you hate us, go fuck yourself. But if you hate somebody and you don't like us, you know what you gotta do? You gotta forward it to them. Forward to them. We're the worst gift that you can give to an enemy, or the best, if you will. You know.
We're the gift that keeps on giving, if giving is pissing people off.
There you go.
That's not
And
true.
before we
We have
jump
a
in,
good show. We have a good
we
show.
got a weird show, man. I remember and before we jump into it, right? Um, I know we're gonna piss off a lot of people.
I
It's
don't know
our
about that.
and other people will understand where we're coming from. But I was walking at the mall, right? Just a normal Saturday, and then my phone started like buzzing crazy for friends, not for the news, not for anything. And somebody told me, "Hey, Donald Trump just got shot." At that point, it took me 30 seconds to call Jake. I said, "Should we go live? What do we do?" And we're deciding what we're gonna do because at that moment, probably it happened. It was 4 minutes after it happened,
Maybe
5.
it was, yeah. And
So we
I'll
didn't
give,
know if he was alive or not, and that was so
well,
scary to be in that situation.
I did, and I will give Haley credit, because I know she's gonna see this. The first I saw of it was actually Haley messaged me. But here's the thing. I thought it might have been an old video, but then I looked at the podium and I said, okay, 2024. Um, and then yeah, so and then you called me like not even a minute after I watched the video she sent me. Thought it might have been an old video, but then I looked at the podium.
So yeah, we have a little feedback, by the way, buddy.
Oh, I know
I
I
can
was
you can
doing a
okay.
volume check, but my tablet's a piece of shit and takes forever to do anything.
But it was a scary moment because it took me back to too many bad situations that I had lived as a resident of the world and then a resident of the States. It's been so impactful for me, the American culture in my life. As everybody knows my story. If not, you can Google me. I'm not gonna waste time talking about myself. But I feel that void, like here, the same void that I feel with the Twin Towers, the same void. I remember, and I want to go back a little bit to that. I remember I just finished college. Oh no, I was in holidays for college. So I traveled to Mexico, and it was probably, I don't know what holidays it was, probably before the fall semester or something. And then I remember my brother called me and told me a airplane crashed in the Twin Towers. And it was so, I was by myself visiting my mother's. Everyone is out. I'm by myself in the house, and I'm like, "Holy shit, what the hell is going on?" And that exact feeling of uncertainty, right, is what I felt Saturday. It's, I mean, it's been clear since the beginning of the podcast that I'm a Trump supporter in what you can believe of me supporting somebody, right? That means I don't give a shit about the other one. I like the guy. I'm not gonna go and hey, vote for you. I don't. I'm not that kind of person. But it was such a fear on uncertainty to be back in a country without balance, to be back in a country without. I don't care if they're fighting about golf. I don't care if Biden it falls from the stairs. I don't care if Donald Trump his hair goes up. But trying to take somebody's life, that's a different matter. And this guy that did it, that we're gonna go deep into that, he's so stupid that probably unify more than separate. Because he's a separatist, for sure.
I've heard so many people say, and not I don't just mean Trump supporters. I mean, I've heard so many people say, well, he's done it now. Like he's because there are people out there that once they saw that, they call into question, who's really the bad guy here? Because bad guys don't assassinate political rivals in the United States.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and you
I
know,
mean, good guys don't assassinate political
yeah,
rivals. Bad
yeah.
guys. I got the, I
And
got
you know that
confused.
the being a first world country, right? It's not just about economy. It's about civil rights. It's about respect your enemy. It's about not being a sore loser, right? Because let's remember when Donald Trump won the first time, right? It was even a congratulation from the other side. Then
Well,
the first time.
they,
Then
no, no, the
when
first time, there are still people to this day that still deny the 2016 election
no
results.
no no no, but I'm not talking about the small people in a small Oklahoma that no, I'm not
No,
talking about the people. I'm talking about political.
I'm talking about Hillary Clinton.
Oh, let me go. Okay, I'm gonna go to Lady
Before,
Beach in a second.
before you do, oh God, you just reminded me of two things. Before you do, I want to remind everybody this podcast is brought to you by One Weekend at Horrorland, the Goosebumps and Horror Convention that we are a part of, spearheaded by the Goosebumps crew and by the Arte Podcast Pantheon. More on both a bit later, but you just reminded me of my favorite joke in Scrubs of all time.
Please go ahead.
So it's the episode where everybody starts getting, which is funny because everybody who says that, like, oh, the country's never been so divided, Scrubs made fun of the fact, and this would have been in like the early, like 2003, 2004, maybe 2005 at the latest, but I think it was 2004. The story of that episode is the entire hospital gets divided between Democrats and Republicans. Now, their main bone of contention is the Iraq War, but everybody, because the hospital, they never say where the hospital is, but it's presumably in California. So everybody who's Republican is kind of like afraid to say it. But then Elliot comes out and says, "All right, I'm going to say it. I am a Republican." And then her boyfriend Keith stands up from the other side of the room, and goes, "Elliot, I am too." And then it cuts to them making out in the supply closet. And
Yeah.
then they talk about different things and they agree. And then she goes, "What about Hillary Clinton?" And then he looks her dead in the eye, and goes, "I hate that bitch."
That's funny. I just funny. I was googling. There's been an update on the case as we speak. Today at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, ABC News just released that the phone is in the FBI and they are seeing their buying list. The guy was buying hazardous materials too, so he was trying to do more things.
They found a
At the
bunch of
end, he
bomb
just decided to
materials in
take
his
his
car and whatnot. Yeah, so
AR-15 style rifle that he took from his dad. I'm a little ashamed of, and I'm not gonna blame society in one people act. However, I'm gonna blame society in their stupidity of their actions to get follows and likes. I'm really proud to be part of Already Media because we don't buy following. We don't do inflammatory things just to get following. But if you take a deep look into the people with more following that they're not professionals, this sensationalism to get attention is what drive a weak mind that like this stupid ass. Everybody knows. We did a video. It's in the channel, right? But the guy, he was 20 years old. What is your perception of the world? Being in Pennsylvania, 20 years old, what is his perception of the world? He hasn't been in college. He hasn't understood. He probably called one or two jobs. I haven't read that. Probably.
And I've read varying reports because I've read reports that say he was unemployed, but then I heard another say that he worked in a nursing home. So as I've come
Yeah, the
to,
nursing home hasn't been confirmed.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. And like I said, I had read that. I had read that he was unemployed, but I haven't trusted the media. Well, I haven't trusted the media totally since probably like 2009. I don't trust the media at all since like 2020, 2019, 2020. So like anymore, the mainstream media, if they say it, it's somehow a lie. They've somehow
But
spun the truth.
after the case and we did our video and you did the podcast specified for that, because now we're going to start making entertainment and everything, right? I decided to stop watching social media for a little bit, to be honest with you. Even for a lot of people that out there, we own a social media company and we help artists. To get that post, I told them we're not going to post in a little bit because nothing is going to matter. And if you want to take your career to that, your path is gonna move to the other way. The Like I say, the full information of a mind built in the last 10 years is social media for a person like this. He didn't have many military training, thanks God, because if he got military
Oh,
training,
if he had, Donald Trump would not be alive right now because
uh,
that is not a super difficult shot to make. Now, there's also I've seen several videos and I believe it based on what happened that Donald Trump just so happened to turn his head at
to
like the
turn his head,
perfect
I
time.
saw that.
Like,
I mean, seriously, there's people in this life. In Spanish, we say you born with a star, right?
yeah, I've
Or
heard that. Yeah.
estrellados, right?
Hmm.
That smash. That is star and estrellados. Estrella is just a word, but here would be you born a star or smash, right? Let's be honest. I mean, the guy has a star because he moved the head as he always moved his head when he's talking, right?
Hmm.
He got lucky, yes. If it's a hard shot, it's not an easy shot because you need to control the wind, right? Usually,
At that distance, it's not a difficult shot. It was
it's not but
410
it's not
feet.
an easy shot either. Usually, a Marine will have somebody else next to him telling him, move up,
True,
move down.
true.
So,
For a
a
sniper,
real
yeah.
team of militaries, a sniper will have a part guiding him a little bit. I was seeing that analysis that they say that usually when it's a rookie, he didn't hold his breath correctly and put the trigger correctly. Because that little twitch in the trigger is what make the bullet go back. Now, there gonna be more, and that's what it becomes sensationalism. People need to stop bullshitting, saying that it was a stage. Seriously, people, just
Okay,
use 2 grain of your fucking mind.
okay. I will say this much though. I'm not saying it was a false flag operation, but you gotta admit that picture was too perfect.
Yeah, because Donald Trump is being under the fucking it's like
I
if
saw.
Kim Kardashian, bro, if Kim Kardashian falls in stairs right now, it will be a great picture. Why? For two factors. We're used to see her. Two, she will fall with stupid, nasty grace that she gives us. Why? Because we're used to her perception. If you look when he's saying, "Let me find my shoes," listen to these people. I don't know if you remember this. I'm not going to tell you who to vote. This is not a voting podcast. But I want to be with a guy that under that pressure says, "Are we moving? Are we moving? Let me get my shoes." And then he looks and goes this and says, "Fight." The speed of mind that you need to put yourself. He probably after threw up and he's human. But in that moment, he delivered. Same way that he delivered with COVID, right? I don't remember another president with a pandemic that actually help people. I remember friends of mine and family members that received their card, and with that they paid groceries and rent. I remember that when people was. But anyway, I'm not gonna go to that. The point is, just think about it for a second. If Donald Trump weren't Donald Trump and his name was Peter, right? And Peter has a political career, and all his life is the salary of the Congress, right? Maybe if Peter is crazy enough, he can say, "Well, you're gonna shoot me, but be sure that you're gonna miss." Who's gonna take the shot? A 20-year-old that is not trained, but he's really good. Okay, just remember, hit me right here when he's not gonna create another damage. But don't miss it, cause you might kill me.
See,
Please, people.
so here's okay. So my favorite meme of all of this, and I don't mean to make light of it because, like Justin points out in the comments, at least one person died, and I believe two more are still in the
Two more
hospital.
instead. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
stupid to think that it was
So
staged, but
so
keep going.
that's the other reason I know it wasn't staged. But the best meme ever is it's got a picture of Trump doing. It's got a far away picture of showing Trump do the fist pump, and it says, "Say what you will about WWE, but they taught Trump how to find the hard cam."
I know, I know, and I'm a little upset with the people doing that. To be honest with you, because I'm a really um okay. Now I'm in the comments now. Thank you guys. Thank you for the comment. Oh, Haley's here,
Yeah, and I
and
gave you credit. Don't worry.
yeah. So, but let me go to that, Haley. Uh,
We'll find
the
out. We'll find out what happened.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm not gonna go deep into my background. Everybody knows. Whoever just fucking Google me. The human behavior and the procedure under a threat, right? Imagine that it's a guy like this, right? With a phone stick. You know the ones that you hold? You cannot go and say, "Hey, I found something." You can't. You need to say, "I have movement." The person go, "Okay, send somebody." Look up. Those 5 minutes, some people here can't even make a phone call without saying, "Hello, hello, hello, hello." We're talking about coordination with Secret Service, FBI. That's two jurisdictions that they're totally
Well,
opposite.
and local police because there were local
And
police there
local
too.
police. Now, let's remember, I'm not disrespect for the local police in Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure that they're as fast as in LA or in New York.
Well, the guy who took out the assailant was a local cop. That wasn't not
No,
CIA.
no,
That
no, but
wasn't
I'm
Secret
talking
Service.
about the ones in the floor. I'm talking about in the floor.
Well, yeah,
So
yeah.
you got a sniper. I saw a video. And again, more we know, people are gonna start saying, "Oh, I knew." But I'm talking about the first 20 hours after the event. There's a video that a person is filming the guy. I lost the sight of the guy 3 times in that video. Why? Because he was dressed with the colors of the background and he was trying to hit himself. Now, in a rally, I'm gonna everyone that says that it's a stage or the service didn't do a good job, I'm gonna bet you something. I bet you $100. I want you to go with me on a mall, right? And you count to 30 and then you find me when
Yeah.
the mall is full. It's so hard. It's one of the hard. I used to. Everybody knows the Oracle here, right? Let me get my shoe back. Uh, yeah, but you know what? At least he got his shoes back. Um, the I used to play with Alexander with the Oracle, right? We used to play laser tag in a mall.
Laser tag's awesome.
Yeah, but in a mall, like not in a side. We have our own
Oh,
goals, and we go into the center. Or sometimes we have these sprint radios, right? And then we meet at one time and we start playing with other people. It's so hard to find somebody because you're in LA. Hi, how are you? I know how you dress. No, we went and it's so hard to find somebody in the crowd. Now, that's their job. They're looking for something. I don't think the procedure was bad. It was slow, but at the moment that the shot was made, yes, it would preventable. Yeah, well, many things could be preventable. But after the shot was made, the guy was killed in the instant, correct? Because they have a confirmation of a threat. You cannot just shoot somebody because then the cop will go to jail. Anyway, But now, after this strong uh, start, right? Let's deep into what entertainment has give to us, right? Into this path of
When they
go ahead.
make when they make the Donald Trump movie, this is going to be one of the many iconic scenes in that movie. And say what you will, I know a lot of people are not fans of Trump. You gotta admit, this is gonna make a kick-ass movie. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, hopefully Michael Bay is the director.
Oh, of course, because we want Trump's
So we
ear
can
to
see the bullet
explode.
going, following the bullet all the way down.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
Donald's ear explodes, and like with an actual
yeah,
explosion.
yeah, I got. I think that everyone is obviously. I don't think it was staged. I think that
No.
it's a disgrace that we're having this conversation because this doesn't supposed to happen. I'm grateful that I'm not grateful. I'm sad that one life took away because he was a firefighter that in his duty as a father cover up his wife and
Yeah,
his
as I was gonna
daughter.
say, he shielded his family as soon as he heard. They were saying that he was on top of them as soon as he heard shots fired, which I mean,
He reacted,
it
and
fucking
that sucks,
sucks.
man.
Yeah, it
It
fucking
sucks
sucks.
really bad. Now I want to talk to Justin right now. You're Canadian. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. But let's not forget this is an entertainment show.
Yeah, yeah, that's enough serious talk.
Yeah, so fuck you, whatever the name of you fucking asshole. I'm glad that he died. We have a less fucking asshole in the world called Thomas Matthew, whatever bitch. What is his name? Crooks. His last
I
name is Crooks. What the fuck? Thomas Matthews Crooks.
Well, and actually, I will say this about him because you were talking about his mentality. I'll tell you what his mentality is. It's the same bullshit that so many young people are swallowing. I just so happen to randomly, because when I drive into work, I usually have YouTube playing and just let it, curate. And I am a fan of the Dave Ramsey show. I know he's not, I know he's not in vogue right now, um, but that's because he'll go through stages where, because Dave Ramsey said the same shit for 30 plus years and now everybody gets mad at him because he still says the same thing. They're like, "Oh, but it's different for me." But anyway, he had a caller who was 18 and was like, "Yeah, but it's just so bad out there right now. How can I ever hope to achieve?" And Dave's like, "Nah, you got it wrong. You're buying into the hype. Turn off the news." Like, yeah, it's a little tough out there compared to a couple years ago, but it'll it'll circle back around. Everything's cyclical. And I think one thing that struck it to me was like, just because it's not going to happen right now doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And then he gave some examples from the past, blah 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 blah. But
I read that I'm not the first American. Thank you. I'm not American yet, but thank you for seeing me like one. That was funny. You know what? We need
no, but
to.
that's the ideology that he was feeling and thinking is it's the whole narrative of like, oh well, there's nothing for your generation. You might as well just give up. I guarantee you.
I mean, it's sad, man. It's sad because young minds are so easy to control, sadly, when they don't have the emotional support. And we could go deeper into the guns, rights, and everything, but the reality, man, is that this motherfucker, right, decide to take control under his own hands and do it in the wrong way. And he's so stupid that he failed.
Here's an interesting thought I had too. So, obviously, I think, well, most of both sides of the political spectrum can agree that this is wrong, right? The attempted assassination of Donald Trump was wrong. What about the attempted assassinations of Hitler? Because objectively, it's the
Okay.
same thing. Now, I
Not
know,
really.
I, I mean, objectively, when you get into the details, it's not the same thing. But
Yeah, but when you take that, when you decide, regardless, man, regardless of everything, when you decide to take somebody else's life by your own choice, decision, or perception of reality, you are fucked. Nobody, no one has the right to take somebody else's life. Now it could be my legal side, it could be my life experience side, but the damage that you generate to a whole family and their next generations because of that. I haven't read anything about Thomas Matthews Crook family, right? Probably right now they're being relocated. If they're not related, he was a crazy. Probably they're being relocated. So not somebody else will damage them. But he man, I'm totally against violence in that level.
Yeah,
Totally.
we've been down this road. I beg to differ to a certain extent because, sorry, not sorry, if somebody breaks into my house and looks to do harm to me and or my family if I have one.
No, no, no. But you see, that's defensive. That will be what I'm
Oh, okay,
saying is
so
the
yeah,
guy
I
that
got you. I
decides
got you.
to come to your house is taking advantage, saying I'm gonna go and break in a house. I'm talking about that person. The person that wanna take uh use violence, violence is breaking into a house, not defending your house.
I got you. Okay.
So
That's the
what
only part we disagree.
I personally I suffer a murder in my family and I know how hard it is, right? For the generations that stay back because somebody has the selfishness not to solve things in other way. There are thousands of ways to solve a problem. Thousands before you need to come to a gunfight. But that brings us to the show today, right? Politics and fiction in real life, right? Dude, this, like you say, is gonna be a great movie. However,
Politics makes great movies.
I really think that the name of the movie will be Donald Duck. Sorry. I saw that joke and I'm not a joke guy, but I couldn't help myself to put that. And I tagged everyone. I think you got it. I'm probably Haley. I'm
Oh man,
probably you're the
what will the Donald Trump movie be called? That's a good one.
$1 million baby, the golden goose. I don't know. Honestly, the name of his movie needs to be called Trump. Period. You don't need more.
Yeah, yeah, you got it. It's just got to be Trump.
Trump. Uh mm, yeah, no, the knife for an eye. Yeah, that's good saying. Yeah, yeah. Going for the teachers is crazy. I'm reading the comments. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I this generation is becoming absurd. That's the path that the generation is living, being absurd. But everything is connected, and we've been from episode one. Everything that we've seen is based in entertainment. Before we have, at the beginning was books, right? Somebody write a book about how Julius Caesar got killed by Brutus, his first friend. Somebody had the idea to shoot Lincoln, right? That's how it happens. Then we got movies, right? Then we got TV shows. Then even we got soap operas, right? Everything comes from the visualization of somebody that doesn't have the guts or is have the mind just to create, not to kill, right? And put it in a piece of paper and goes in different venues. Now the not the issue, the opportunity is that a lot of people put it on a piece of paper and then show it in 30 seconds on social media and that is becoming a little desperate if you want for me. I follow a director from Spain that I've been trying to get that guy in the show. He interviewed people and said, give me two words. And with those two words, he make a horror film of a minute. Brutally good, like brutally good. But again, he's like many people are following the obscure. And when you have a mind like Thomas Matthews Crook, right? So unbuilt and so weak, uh, that's the result. Justin, did someone shoot Reagan because the catch right or was someone else? Oh, the catcher in that because of the movie. I think they shot Reagan for many other reasons than
But
just the movie.
the Catcher in the Rye was I don't I can't remember now. Was it the shooter that said? Because I know South Park did a parody of it, which was fucking hilarious. Kill Ronald Reagan. Well, Ronald Reagan's already dead. Okay.
The catcher in the eye. It was a book, right?
Yeah, Catcher in the Rye was a book.
And then they did a short in 2001.
They did, yeah. I forgot about that, but yes, they did.
Never
I
saw it. Never
believe
watched.
that was Reagan Justin, or I can't remember if the shooter actually said it was because of it, or if they found like a copy of Catcher in the Rye and the guy. I think the shooter actually referenced it though.
The the adore for. I mean, you know this, Jake. I'm probably I don't want. Fuck it. The adore for the obscure is becoming a symptom on society, and I don't agree with that. Even I like it. I'm not gonna. I watch Criminal Minds. I watch the Law and Order in a daily basis. Right. I'm waiting for the next episode for Criminal Minds Evolution. Really good, by the way. Check it out. Really good. Rose is going to sell it. Um, the Law and Order. I watch an episode, at least an episode a day between the 20 years that we've been watching in their different levels. When we have the Dahmer, remember the Jeff Dahmer show? Everybody jumped. Entertainment loves the obscure because it drags the attention of the sexuality and death. However, however, it's well known. Um, he's the same guy who was into Jodie Foster, right? I only know that because of American Dad.
I forgot about that joke.
The obscure is becoming leader in entertainment, and that's not too cool. You know that the whole album that I'm developing is about that. The whole Again and Forever album is about that, and I don't see how I feel about that. Um, Not about the album, of course. Is this a door to the obscure? What gotta be in the mind of a person to decide to go and kill somebody in that level?
Normally psychosis, but
Not necessary. It could be, uh, you know, air of grandiose. Could be that. Could
psychosis.
be no. Psychosis is different. The psychosis is the necessity based on your mind not to accept reality. The air of grandiose is he won the recognition based of a lie that because the lack of fraternal love. Anyway, I'm not gonna get to that.
So
The
his
thing
daddy
is
didn't
like
hug him enough.
probably yeah.
Yeah, but
Or
that's probably true.
Daddy told him, this is how you shoot a gun. You gotta be ready for whatever it comes.
And
Fuck
he said,
everyone.
I'm not gonna do what you want me to do, Dad."
Yeah, dude, you can need that. I mean, for this moment, I already hate the Pittsburgh Steelers. I already hate people from Pennsylvania, right? I hate all that state from now on. Pittsburgh's in Pennsylvania. It happened in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but
Okay. Just letting you know, I hate everyone in Pennsylvania, period. Right now. Right now.
I mean, but Gettysburg,
Eh,
the
never
movie,
like
not
any
well,
one
I
of the
mean the
movies. Yeah, I know. There are, Gettysburg for you as an American is
okay,
like the
fair, fair.
revolution for me. It's like I gotta read it in a
Okay, but
school.
here's the difference though. I would totally watch a movie about the Mexican Rev both of the Mexican revolutions. I
Actually, it was one revolution and one independence. Don't fuck it up, bro.
okay, okay, fair, 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 fair. I would totally watch a movie about either one.
Okay, you can watch it and let me know how it goes because I needed to study on it. I was a kid, I didn't like it. I know that you're a history fan, right? But
That's
I'm more
why.
of a Rome, Second World War. And you
I
know that
mean,
you can tell me
I am too. But I the other day I watched like a 3 hour movie about shit, I can't remember what it was. It was a
porn.
no, it was a Chinese movie about a battle that took place in was it Beijing or Shanghai? I can't remember. It was before the Japanese moved to Nanjing. I think it was Shanghai. Um, and it was a
What
group of
era we're talking?
it would have been okay, if you ask me, this was the Second World War, but this was before this was even pre-invasion of Poland. So technically
Okay. I get it. Between the first and the
it
second
was
World
the
War.
Second Sino-Japanese War,
Okay.
which I include in World War II, but not everybody does. Um, because
Well,
I
my
think that
grandfather fought there. Everybody knows that, so of course I
yeah.
included. Come on, keep
Well,
going.
no, to be honest, I think that starting the Second World War with Germany's invasion of Poland is a bit Eurocentric because there was conflict. Technically speaking, I don't know that I consider the Spanish Civil War part of the Second World War, But you could make the case because there were German troops on the ground in Spain.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like
but it
that's a
wasn't a
gray area.
battle over there. They just because of the idea of government over there is like same Italy. Italy was with the Nazis. Remember?
Yeah, and there were Italian troops in
So
Spain as
this,
well.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
what that was is that was the first open conflict involving fascist government.
yeah,
So
yeah. Because
that
Franco was fascist, so he was like, "Hey,
yes,
welcome to the party."
Franco was fascist.
He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you
So
want to rule the world? You want
so
to fuck everyone?"
but that's honestly why I think you could make the case because if the Second World War is essentially fascism versus the world, which while the Japanese government wasn't officially fascist, but I mean it was. That's why I make the case that from
Yeah,
the
it
Spanish
was
Civil War, to the dropping the atomic bombs, to me encompasses the Second World War
okay.
because there were a lot of different fronts and a lot of different combatants, and communism
Okay,
was involved as
American,
well.
just put everything together. That's something that you do, fucking American.
I like to connect the strands, but anyway, this
I
movie
would
was
love
first.
for you to have an app that every time you move your hands, it's making a drawing. Yeah.
That would be great. This movie, god damn it, what was it? Oh, the 800. That's what it was called. Um,
Mm.
Wholly inaccurate, but I mean, it was a great movie. Not even close to being accurate, but I mean, it was awesome. For one thing, the death toll in the movie is way higher than in real life, and even I mean, what I thought was cool about this though is apparently you can go see the building. It's still there, like it's a ruin, but it's still there. So I thought that was cool.
That's cool. So Godzilla didn't put it down.
No, no, this was China. It was
Oh,
China.
China, China.
It was
Yeah.
China.
Oh,
I'll tell you
oh
why
my
the
God.
bullet didn't hit me. It was because it was made in China.
Oh man, I'm so happy that didn't went to worst, man. Because I was so
I
the
had
the
some flashes in my mind of what would have happened if Donald Trump didn't make that.
the world will be complicated. People don't understand the balance that exists
But
with
can, but
with with
think
Biden Skywalker and with Lord Trump right now. They don't understand the balance of the force.
I did see an emperor meme though with Trump as the emperor. Is like my attack left me scarred and disfigured.
I don't know how I feel of people joking that much of that of a murder attempt. Probably psychosis of mine, but I don't know how I feel about it. I
What is the
understand.
point? What is the point of humor though?
I get it, but
None of
it's
these things would
something that
be none of these things would be flying if he wasn't okay though.
yeah, no, I get it, but even so, come on.
Do you
And
have
don't get me
Popeyes?
wrong, the Latino culture, what?
Is that Popeyes?
No, actually, that's my injections, my syringe with the people. I'm 249 pounds,
Oh,
and I got
You're on
my.
Ozempic.
No. Let me explain this, and this is really good. Hopefully, we can have a show because the person the specialist that is giving me this, she's not such a public person, but peptides. Peptides is the clue of everything. What is the name that you say? Ozempic. Ozem.
Ozempic.
Okay, Ozempic. The core of Ozempic is peptides. Please Google it. This is amazing. Uh, Humor is tried plus time. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Something that I want to tell to Justin about that comment. Do you read the comment? Uh, Humor is tragedy plus time. Do it in your fucking podcast. Sorry, I love you.
Sometimes you don't need a lot of time.
You know what? Every time I get more relationship with Justin, I like you the most. Man, I really like. I'm talking to you, Justin. You're really freaking funny, bro. It's like sometimes you have that assertive thing in the wrong time that make it right, and I love it. I really love it. Anyway, so peptides and seglumite. I think I'm saying it right. I haven't studied enough. So I'm gonna start my thing, and I don't even know how many grams and nothing. I just know that today I'm gonna order McDonald's for the last time of my life in a long time. and then I'm gonna start this. They're anticipating that in 4 months I will lose around 40 pounds. And I know it works because the person that showed it to me, her body is like, whoa, whoa. Remember the
Yahoo!
you remember the guy like woo, becoming a wolf? What was that from? From The Mask, right? And before it was
Oh yeah,
alone
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Woo, like that. Uh, and even she was hot from the beginning. Now with this, she's like woo, God. And the peptides help inflammation in the body, inflammation of the colon, inflammation. It's like a palacia. You know that word in English, palacia, universal
Alasia.
palacia. It means that it's a medicine that cures everything,
Mm.
right? So it's a really tough word in Latin. So I don't know if it actually applies in America. However,
Latin.
yeah, let me be clear about it. I say
Latin.
Latin, not Latino. You know what I hate the most about everything? When people want to say Latino and they say Latin. It drives me fucking nuts. It's like if I called you America, not American.
But I am.
Latino,
But I am America.
no, you're America. That's totally different.
America.
America. Anyway, my point is like Latino is a culture. Latin is a language. Fucking get it together, America. Thank you. Anyway, so I'm gonna start my semi-gluten. So tomorrow is the day that I'm gonna start it. So please, people, if for real I be really moody in the next podcast, just stay with me. I will look better for you.
Keep
There you
your
go.
pants on.
No, if I get super hot, I mean even hotter than this. You know what? I eat a lot.
You know what? I was gonna save this, but I think I'm gonna threaten you with it real quick. So I have on my computer a folder that I have lovingly labeled Virus Vox Blackmail.
Jesus Christ. You know what?
I'm
That sucks.
I may or may not have found some of your old performances and or music videos.
You don't tell me you went deep into the company. I trust you, motherfucker.
That's what you get for putting it in public. That's all I'm saying. And no,
I didn't.
I didn't get this from the company drive. This is
Oh
all
no
on
no wait
social
wait
media.
wait wait. I know where you put it because actually I went into the Toon Talk history and I saw that you find that video. Oh my god! You know what?
Oh no, that's not
You,
the only one I got.
no. I know. I got a lot of things hidden. Right? I was in a boy band. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god! I hate you so much right now.
No, no, I'm not gonna play it now. I'm gonna
No. You
wait.
know what? I want to get over with it. Just
Well, no,
please. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have it queued up. I was gonna make the fans work for it.
Okay, if we get to what? How many followers? We met to make to 5,000 followers. You can play feeling, and you will see me doing. You're gonna destroy the last of my part of my career, bro.
I might give you guys a taste next week.
Yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, we're going nowhere with this. I'm
Well,
looking at the repetition. I
you
got
know,
this white. Can you see? I went to the beach yesterday, and I wear this dark. I got these thick sunglasses, like Terminator style, like Arnold, but the sun doesn't go through them, so I get the raccoon thing.
well,
Anyway,
I was going to say we might be going nowhere, but you know where we can go?
yes, sir.
We can go to Horrorland. Let's
Yes,
do
sir.
it.
I didn't do it. Yeah, it's just really tough because we already talked about the fact. We just need to start talking. I think that we could go, Jake, to our recommendation, but long.
But here's the
Like
catch. We need your help to make it happen. That's right. Hey there, Goosebumps fans. Are you ready for the ultimate horror-filled adventure? Well, listen up, because I got some exciting news for you. As a cover artist for the Goosebumps franchise, I've seen firsthand how this amazing series has captured the hearts of readers for years. And now it's time to bring our spooky world to life like never before. Introducing One Weekend at Horrorland, the biggest Goosebumps convention ever. But here's the catch. We need your help to make it happen. That's right. We're calling on all you diehard Goosebumps fans to join us on our Kickstarter campaign and help donate towards this incredible event. With your donations, we'll transform One Weekend at Horrorland into a mesmerizing celebration of all things Goosebumps. You'll have a chance to meet some of your favorite authors and artists, dive into some thrilling interactive experiences, and even get your hands on some limited edition Goosebumps merchandise. Trust me, it's going to be epic. Don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to become a part of the Goosebumps family. So head over to our Kickstarter page and let's make One Weekend at Horrorland a reality. Save the date and let's make this convention a sleeves-turning success. Thanks.
All right, and we should be back.
Great. Yeah, because as I monitor, I'm a few seconds behind, so I really
Yeah,
don't know
there's a
why.
delay. Yep,
I was
okay.
waiting for your cue. Uh,
So that is
so let,
one
let me ask.
weekend. Oh, that is One Weekend at Horrorland. Visit the Kickstarter, first link in the description to get more information. Pre-order your discounted tickets or get virtual access to the event. Make it happen because it's going to
Make
be
it happen
awesome.
because we're 2 weeks away from the goal and we're a little far. However, I'm gonna give up, but we need your
Oh, that
support
could
now.
that could change. That could change very
Haha,
easily.
yeah, it's really
You know what
easy.
else?
So
You know what else can change very easily?
your face,
Well, I mean, yeah, but the political climate in the country. And so
yes.
there's, and actually, I think I mentioned this movie before. Ah, damn it. Now I can't remember what it's called. Politics are interesting because, or I should, let me back up. Politics make a very good storytelling device because it's universal to most people, at least most adults. Kids tend to not understand it. Um, but it creates, it's one of the few writing crutches you can use, right? Like I always joke and make fun of the fact that somehow Palpatine is returned. But, and yeah, that's weak writing. But you can use politics as a really weak story setting because you can just say like there's political unrest in country A because that it's universal. Like you don't even have to go into the why because there was an Owen Wilson movie.
Oh wow,
Wow.
I don't like him. I really don't.
Yeah, I know, but actually you might like him in this movie because it's so.
No, I like his acting. I just don't like.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
take me wrong.
because so the movie's called No Escape. I'm pretty sure I brought it up as a recommendation, but 2015 movie. Owen Wilson is some kind of. I don't think he's even a diplomat proper, but it's been a while since I've seen it. He's in a country that they don't say the name of the country, but it borders Vietnam.
Hmm,
And so
I don't
I'll
remember
be
that.
honest. To me, it seems like they're just doing a modern retelling of the Rise of the Khmer Rouge because all the details are the same. Like they even have the government forces going in and like looking for people that wear glasses, which if you know the history of Cambodia and the Khmer Rouge, that's yeah, the going into the city. So I think they're just doing a retelling of that and Cambodia borders Vietnam, so I'm pretty sure it was Cambodia. Um, but it's a great movie. It's a nail biter. I could not believe how on the edge of my seat it was.
I don't remember that you mentioned the movie or the movie itself.
Yeah, I can't
What is the
remember.
name again?
No Escape. It's from 2015.
Hmm, I
Come to think
don't
of it,
remember.
that should have been my recommendation because the trailer it's so good. So you
I
should
just
definitely
googled
watch it.
no escape and I found Escape from Women's Prison of 1988.
No, there's a scene there where they're on top of a roof and they have to get to the next building. And
Oh, actually, I know what movie you're talking about. I saw Netflix. I haven't watched
yes, it
it
is.
because
It's good.
I saw it and I saw that Pierce Brosnan was there and Lake Bell, and then I saw When Wilson, and that's why I skip it. But I will watch it. I promise.
Oh, you'll
Let
love
me
it.
add it to watch list. Yeah, I
There's
already
so
added.
many scenes that are just because there's a fight scene. But this movie's so realistic in everything it does. Like for one, okay, so Owen Wilson jumps from roof to roof and when he lands, it fucking hurts and you can tell it hurts. It's not an action hero
Yeah.
movie.
Well, it was a stunt artist, buddy.
No, I'm just saying like the acting.
I'm fucking with you.
Like,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
I know.
fucking with
And see, but here's the thing: something so mundane as like scraping his elbow on the gravel.
you.
There's they make sure that there's a cut. There's a fight scene where I don't even call it a fight scene because it's not like a kung fu fight scene. It's a very realistic depiction of two guys that are just they're basically wrestling the whole time. But it's
Okay.
so good. It's so good.
There's a movie. I'm trying to find it. Uh, The King's Speech. You watch The King's Speech?
I tried to a long time ago. I found it boring.
Really? I think I found it good. What is the name? I always forget this, man.
No, it's
Frost versus Nixon. Frost versus Nixon. Have you watched that movie? Frost. The shit, man. It's in Apple. Oh, you need to pay for it. It's nowhere free to find. Of course. Sorry, I'm not gonna recommend you to pay for another movie, guys. Frost versus Nixon. When Nixon gets retired, this guy Frost is a host of entertainment, but he studied journalism. He got a special meeting with the president to interview him, and they say you cannot talk about Watergate. And for 4 5 days, he make him talk about Watergate. It's real. It happened. So that Frost versus they did a really good movie about this, and I found it really good movie.
And then
Uh,
there's another movie that I didn't think I was gonna like. I don't even remember why I watched it because I didn't want to. Did you see The Adjustment Bureau?
no.
So stars Matt Damon and Emily Blunt, if I'm not mistaken. Actually has probably the best political speech ever put to film. The concept is not political. However, the main character is a I can't remember if I think he's a senator, but he was running for president and he loses. And he gives this speech talking about how the whole thing's phony. And he was like, "Hey, and we paid a consultant $100,000 to get the right amount of scuff on my shoes." And in his concession speech, what he doesn't realize is that speech will lead him to be elected president in the next election.
Oh,
But
really?
but because I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. I believe the thing is because he met his wife, it prevents him from winning the presidency. But apparently that wasn't supposed to happen. And then there's this group of people called the Adjustment Bureau that go back in time and change things, blah blah blah. But he's trying like hell to make it not happen. Um, but it's worth seeing just for that political speech because I'm like honestly, and that's part of why I think Donald Trump got elected the first time because he had similar sentiment. But I know I'm telling you what, I don't care what party the guy's in. If I hear somebody give that speech, and I think he dropped an F bomb. If I heard a
Oh,
political
really?
candidate, if I heard a political candidate drop a speech like that and throw an F bomb, I'm gonna vote for him.
All right. There's a movie that a lot of people don't know about, and I want to share this with the audience and with you. The original movie was released in 1970s. Jane Fonda was there, and it was a big thing, but it stopped there. But in 2020, I remember I watched this movie. I bought the movie. I went and buy it on DVD special edition because we have Walter Cronkite, you know that actor, Richard Dreyfuss, Noah Wild, Brian Deher, I hate his name, uh, Brian Dennehy. Remember? Do you remember that guy? If you see him, you'll know Sam Elliott, Hank Azaria, Don Cheadle, George Clooney, Harvey Keitel. You know, like a lot of famous faces. And the movie is called Failsafe. It was released in America, a TV movie. It's such a good movie because it's in black and white in 2020. Oh no, sorry, in 2000, not 2020, in 2000.
I was gonna say you said you
Man,
bought it on DVD.
yeah, 2000. Cold War tension climbed to fear pitch when the USA bombers accidentally ordered to drop a nuclear warhead in Moscow. So all this is the people in the middle trying to communicate to the president in Russia that it's a mistake, and Russia is like, I don't fucking believe you,
Oh, I've
and
heard of
everything
this movie. Yeah.
is such a good movie,
Dude,
man.
dude, Cold War movies, okay? I feel like we've lost a genre because say what you will, and actually, I'd be very curious. I would love to see some Soviet, especially in like the 80s, 70s, and 80s. I'd love, and even the early 90s. Well, 90, never mind, 91, the Soviet Union fell in 92. But I would love to see some Soviet era, like Cold War films where the United States is the antagonist. I think that would be interesting as hell to watch because I
I
don't know
mean,
about
it's
you. I don't know about you.
I, I love it.
Some of the espionage movies and political thriller movies made during the Cold War are so fucking good. And one of them is my recommendation, by the way. It's
Oh,
so good.
really?
And I love for the longest time the default villain, like even after the fall of Soviet Union, the default international villain was a Russian.
And I
It's
miss that. I'm with you. The German and the Russian guys were perfect to the point that where's Rocky Four? He's
yeah, but
fighting against the Russians.
here's the difference in my opinion. So like the Germans make good villains too, but by the time movies were getting made like to the quality of the 80s, 70s and 80s, the Germans had already been beaten. So we knew who won. When those movies were made during the Cold War, we didn't know, man. Like they were
I,
still in
I got you, but come on, you're not gonna tell me that you don't remember Die Hard too. The guy was a
Oh yeah,
German guy.
yeah. I know.
And I miss that because we don't see that too often because many reasons, right? People don't want to get offended. But man, I miss those shows too.
Man, I just
When
miss Alan Rickman, but
and if you go back to the Hunt of Red October,
against our old adversary, the Americans.
I forgot the writer. I recommended to read it the whole last week.
Well, and then the first Red Dawn
No. But who wrote those books?
was that Clancy? Oh, Clancy, Tom Clancy.
Clancy. Yeah, he still does that. He still his enemy is the Russians, and
It's good
everything he
shit.
does is good. Have you guys? I'm talking to the audience. Seen Jack Ryan, the
No,
show in Amazon?
I need to though because honestly,
You need to watch it because it's the middle years before Harrison Ford when he's younger. But it's and after my recommendation, we're gonna talk later about it. Is those years, but move it to the present time. So Jack Ryan is
mm,
really good because we deal with the enemies, the German spy, the Sweden spy, the Nazi, the Russian. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. I
um,
miss that.
so fun fact, and this actually does, and I fucking didn't. Okay, so I'm reading a book right now, which I thought was just a novelization of Casablanca. Turns out
Okay,
somebody wrote a sequel.
is the sequel. You told me. You told us last show. Isn't that crazy?
Did I? I know I told you. I don't remember if I
I'm
told the
pretty
show
sure
or
you
not.
told.
Well, but
Anyway,
yeah,
but
long
go
story
ahead.
short. But it's interesting because there's parts of it that are kind of a political thriller, and I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've been this into a book. Like it's not a totally difficult read. Obviously, you'll have no interest in it if you haven't seen Casablanca, but if you have, I didn't really like. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? I thought because the first chapter is right after Ilsa and Victor get on the plane. And I love explaining it this way because if you've seen Casablanca, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. And I love explaining shit that way. So Victor and Ilsa are on the plane, and that's where the book starts. It starts with Rick and Louie, walking. And I thought it was like a flash forward. I'm like, okay, so we're Tarantinoing it. We're ending first, but then the next chapter is them they keep going, and then I realized I'm like, holy shit, this is a sequel.
Wow. And it's going good. I mean, who wrote that? Because you gotta be gutsy to do that. You gotta
I
be
know his
gutsy
name.
to, and I,
It's
and I
Michael something.
respect that. I respect that.
Well, and so the one thing I didn't care for, but it's growing on me, um, is I didn't like how he wrote Victor in the story, but it is growing on me.
Well,
However,
because you're a fan. That's
uh
not fair.
Michael Walsh is the author.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, no, I hadn't either. So that's why I said I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was a, novelization of the book, and I thought maybe it might give more detail, which it does give more details of all the characters and their backgrounds. But you know how novelizations are, they give more information than the movie does.
Yeah.
So that's what I was hoping for, but it's like, oh no, we're seeing a bunch. However, I obviously haven't finished the book yet, so I don't know if it's. I haven't made a final decision on it, but he captures Rick extremely well. So
Okay, we got a problem, bro.
what's the problem?
Somebody in Canada with a podcast called The Sport of the Moment, and he says that full disclosure, you might have seen some of those music videos as well. You
I
know
didn't
what?
send him.
You know what? This is becoming a conflict here. Because if somebody has access to the iCloud in the company, it's just two people in this room. And I'm looking at you right now.
I didn't even know they were on the iCloud. I found them on social
I
media.
mean, to be honest with you, I don't even know where they are, to be honest. Sometimes I like to watch it, but I don't know what you find. The thing that comes to mind is the one that I'm with the guys with the boy band singing "Feeling," the song "Feeling,"
That is
and,
one of them.
and I look good. I look my face over there.
I
Yeah,
will say
probably on YouTube. You know what? The thing is, they're in YouTube. Oh, do you raise the chat? I saw you.
no, this might be YouTube being stupid. This happens on Average Intelligence all the time.
But
People,
but not. Of course, you know it's funny. But a lot of things that you might find about my singing career in the past, it wasn't me. Some fan uploaded the other day. I was really happy that what they say underneath the comments, right? And they're, I mean, that was a long time ago, but it's nice to see those kind of things. There's videos that I never seen in my life, right? Because obviously I'm
mm,
singing. I'm not
well,
filming myself.
well, maybe we'll. I might just have to randomly pop them in here every now and again. Treat the audience.
Maybe that.
Hey, dude,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
find embarrassing shit I've done in the past on the internet too.
yeah. But I will not do that to my friend and business partner. But whatever,
Yeah,
you're
you
killing
will.
this company. Hey, get into it. Um, so let me talk about something.
Tell you what, I'll
I
make you a
want to
deal.
go.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay,
Because obviously, I'm not going to show anybody anything if you're not okay. I know we're joking. But I mean this. If I show some of your music videos, I'll show you the video in which I played a doctor on the internet that one time.
okay. What video you want to show of me of myself? Because I don't want naked stuff
It's not naked. No, it's all performance.
or live performance. Shit. Do I look
Some
good?
are, yeah. You had a
Eh,
you had like a blonde streak going.
fuck that old?
Yeah, well,
Damn,
one of
bro.
them. I got four or
I
five
look
of
like
them. Once a
I look like Justin Timberlake over there. I don't know what happened to me.
there's a
I
couple
don't
of
know.
live performances and there's a couple of music videos.
Okay, it's okay. You can show them.
I know. You know I wouldn't do that unless.
And you know, I'm just playing. I don't have anything embarrassing. At the end of the day, this
Yeah.
is what I am.
It was like, oh my
Uh,
God, he was an international recording artist.
it's like,
Oh, it's
but
so
whatever. You
embarrassing.
know what? I just feel bad because the opportunity to grow with YouTube was, as everybody knows, if you go and Google me, because I was part of a record label that put me in a box and stopped for distributing. The time when YouTube grow, right? I was in a box into a in a jury trying to release get my material back. But I mean, I even know a story about a guy that proposed with one of my songs. Obviously, he's divorced now, but at that moment, he got married with the song of ours. So that's pretty cool, I think.
You know what I think we should do because of Justin's comment there? I think we should do an episode of Toon Talk where we just share embarrassing videos from our past and just have ourselves a
I saw a
laugh.
clip of you performing hard rock. I quite like it. I have some bad movie reviews. I feel embarrassed. Yeah, no, it's all good, bro. I know we're playing. You know I'm playing. I love you, bro. No, I
Yeah.
know I did it good, and I did good. That one in the hard rock is actually one that I like. It's hard to look at myself so thin. And you know what is the worst? In the band, they used to call me Fatty back in that day.
But that's Latino nicknames though, right?
No, but they were calling me Fatty as an asshole move. Like, you
Oh,
gotta lose weight. You gotta go to the gym. And then I went to the gym and I become big. Fuck you, assholes. Anyway, I was really in that video. Probably I'm 22. in the one that I'm blonde?
I figured early 20s just based
20.
on how you look.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was a good show. You know what? I feel bad because we have a DVD with all the show, and I don't know what happened to it. Like I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Listen to me. If somebody can find that DVD, the full DVD, I will pay for it handsomely. I will buy you a Big Mac and 20 McNuggets for it.
Because that's what it is worth.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I
I'm
just want to watch it
kidding.
one more time. You know what I found the other day? Long time. I found it like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. A cassette with all the demos of the band.
Nice.
That was really nice. Songs that I don't even remember, but everything stayed back in the old country. So, and I'm not talking about Spain. I'm talking about Mexico. Anyway, political reviews because today we're like Donald Trump bullet. We want to hit something, but we
Listen,
couldn't do it.
we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about. I sound like Joe Biden right now. What am I? We're here to talk about political thrillers. But before we get
Yes.
there, let me just get my shoes.
Yeah. The spur of the moment podcast is saying that. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, I have more embarrassed ones, guys, in the hard drive, but please
Yeah, but
don't.
we can't play those because you already got us banned off of TikTok for mentioning your penis.
Well, I don't have a problem with the size of my penis, obviously.
um. Anyway,
Anyway, when we're gonna try TikTok again? I really want to go there again.
actually, you know what? We should have done it tonight because I finally got access back, but I keep forgetting. So
But I wanna actually I think that I will appreciate if I get a belt from our sponsor saying the guy that got banned from TikTok in 25 seconds. Dude, come on, I deserve a something.
you
Like
deserve
who
a
else?
fine.
Why? I'm not in the NFL.
Lost revenue.
Yeah, well, sorry.
I mean, there
I
somebody.
want.
It's like you said. Somebody flagged it being a dick,
Yeah.
and for all we
Okay,
know,
but
it
it's
was.
funny.
For all we know, it was Bjorn's penis.
Yeah. First of all, it's ironic because a dick flagged me because I was talking about my dick. So that
It's
was a gay
jealousy.
encounter. Yeah, of course it's jealousy. I don't know. It took me a long time to erase the naked things of internet. I pay a company in Sweden to erase that of the what because believe it or not, you can pay for people to disappear. That I know, dude.
So
I've been
I
in the
just.
spotlight for a
I'm
long time.
I'm sorry. I just thought another great Golden Girls reference. You're like, well, company in Sweden. Can you please eliminate all my embarrassing photos from the? Yeah, yeah, you betcha, you sure. Uh, hey, I got a question for you though. In all seriousness,
Okay.
so there's a lot of political thriller movies out there. I can't think of many TV shows. The only TV shows I could think of are
Oh no, what
comedies
are you
or.
talking about,
But hear me out. The only one I can think. I know I'm wrong, but the only one I can think of is House of Cards or comedies.
bro? What about Homeland?
Oh shit, Homeland. Yeah, fuck.
Dude, what about Failsafe that I just told you? What
Oh, was
about
that a show? I thought that was a movie.
no, well, it was a TV show. What about the one that the president, the last survivor?
Oh, Lone Survivor. Yeah.
No,
Oh, The West
president.
Wing.
No,
You're right.
the West Wing,
Designated
designated
survivor.
survivor. Just give me a second. My recommendation of today of Hulu is
Yeah,
Due,
I wasn't gonna mention that one because it's your
but
recommendation.
but but at the end of the day, what is that? That I quite enjoyed the commie rule, but if you're a Trump supporter, you might not. What are you talking about? Of course, I'm a Trump supporter. I've been clear on that from the beginning. But I'm not a supporter of like, "Ugh," I just know who I'm gonna vote for, and that's it. Let me explain why to the comment of I support Trump for one simple reason. When he
Because
was a
these ads
president,
are huge.
no, because before he was a president, I read his book about business, and I was already liking the way that he proceeded and how he break paradigms. That's how you say it in English, paradigms through business. to use the loans using side collateral, and that was really interesting to me. Then, when he became president, financially, it's been the best 4 years of my life. Not because he'd make a rule, oh, I did the taxes. No, it's because the country was ready to do business with everyone. And I'm grateful for that. Why? Because my family, my people, my everybody around me got beneficiary for that. And that's why I'm not the kind of person who go like, oh, whoa, no, I just go do what a person does. Go and vote for whatever you want. The vote is silence. You do whatever you want with it, right? But just read a little and understand that before you vote, don't get your information from Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Get your book from a real source
Well,
that
and
is not
honestly,
sensationalist.
that's why I'm actually a big fan of long form podcasts for political candidates, because as someone who I disagree with Bernie Sanders on virtually everything. However, when he was on the Joe Rogan Experience, I got to listen to him talk for like 2 hours. And when I came out of that, I was like, you know what? I disagree, but I at least understand where his head's at, and that he believes this is the way to go and the right thing to do. So I don't. It's a disagreement of ideas, not that I think he's a piece of shit or that he's a moron, or, well, I mean, economically a bit of a moron, but I mean, I'm sorry, but how many countries have we seen fall because of communism and socialism? I mean, at this point,
Many,
like,
many in the history of
don't
the
you
world.
think that the root idea is a bad one when the result is always the same?
The thing is, the communism idea is not as bad as the Marxism ideas and concept are not bad if they are ruled with equality of power. But it's like
But
saying
then
that
it's not
Sigmund Freud
socialism.
perception, they're based, the socialism is based on that. But yeah, no, no, what it says? What? The common rule is, I'm a little lost in that comment.
Oh, okay, I misread it. The Comey Rule is a mini series about James Comey, Jeff Daniels.
Oh, I
Oh,
never
okay.
watched it.
No, I have not seen it. I should. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's as good as Jake impersonating Donald Trump.
No, I'll admit, I can do rally Trump. I'm like Shane Gillis. I can only do rally Trump. I can't do sit down conversation Trump. Much like the same way I can really only do speech Biden. I can't really do his normal cadence.
I,
I can, it's when he's
I want to
yelling.
apologize with the audience. I'm gonna stop doing the monitor to read the comments because it's been 3 times that I think that this is you and that one is another voice, and I get totally messed up. Like totally, I like because it's a little delay, so it was like crazy. But I'm just gonna focus on this. I want to talk about my recommendations because I want to go deep on that. I don't want to run to them because this is a lot of to talk about. If that's okay with you.
That is fine with me. I need to put some thought because we're upscaling it. So do you want to do your movie recommendation first?
Of course, my movie recommendation. You tell me what. You tell me what. I'm ready. I'm
Well,
ready.
hold on. Do you want
Oh,
to?
now I want to see what you did. That's not fair.
Well, tell him the name and then we'll.
Oh, so we're gonna do the name. It's one of my favorite movies ever in the whole world,
It's a
ever,
good one. It's a
and
good
it's
one.
called no, 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 it's ever, and it's called The Sum of All Fears.
And we have the trailer for you right now.
Hello, Kathy.
I can't make it.
Where are you going?
I can't tell you that. Jack, tell her where you're going. In fact, tell her who you work for. She'll be impressed.
I work for the CIA, and the director asked me at the last minute to come with him to Russia to do a nuclear arms inspection.
That is so lame.
Hello?
You're about to breathe air that's way over your pay grade, so listen up. You're going to be asked for analysis and advice, so be sure you know what you're talking about. Welcome to the CIA, sport.
at a time of increasing tension.
According to this, there are 17 senior scientists on duty today. I only count 14.
Deliberate deception.
3 Russian scientists are missing. I need to know where they are.
I don't go on the missions. I just write reports.
So write a report about it.
I'm an analyst. I'm not trained for this.
Just be my eyes and ears.
I can't be with somebody who's going to keep their life hidden from me, Jack.
I will not let that happen.
And new enemies.
You don't fight Russia and America. You get Russia and America to fight each other and destroy each other.
Only 2 men suspect the truth.
What's a South African doing in the Ukraine? With 3 Russian scientists in a crate from Israel.
Fair guess they're building a bomb.
From the electrifying bestseller by Tom Clancy.
The crate was put on a cargo freighter headed for the East Coast.
What? And the producer of Clear and Present Danger and Patriot Games.
It's Ryan! The bomb is in play!
Ben Affleck.
Where's the president now?
They're taking him airborne. They think it might be the Russians.
It wasn't the Russians!
Morgan Freeman.
It adds up. You just don't like what it adds up to.
If you strike against the Russians, you sacrifice your moral authority.
We have reason to believe the bomb was the work of terrorists, not the Russians!
Mr. President, they're scrambling their fighters.
My orders are to get the right information to the people who make the decision.
Put it in your report.
And if you shut me out, your family and 25 million other families will be dead!
The Sum of All Fears. Directed by Phil Alden Robinson.
What a great trailer.
It's good. It's a good movie too. And man, I do miss the
That voice.
Yeah, that voice. In a world, I can't do it.
You know what? I always surprise myself why they put so much information in the trailers, but they do it so correct that you don't know what's gonna happen. This movie shows the back office of the CIA in a crisis, and I really like it.
It's good. It's also, not to cut you off, it's also not the only Ben Affleck CIA movie.
No, because he was
Yeah.
Ryan.
Have you? Oh yeah, that's true. But that was a dumb thing. I'm just trying to bring up Argo.
Oh well, Argus a really good movie, but we can talk about it in a second. The Sum of All Fears is so well written from the book
Well, it's Clancy
and the
like,
script. Yeah,
yeah.
but the script is so well written because they cut it right and to the chase. And it's when John Ryan is his first case of Jack Ryan.
How
And
many
he's
first
perfectly
cases? How many first cases of Jack Ryan are there?
like 6. But
Yeah,
the
I
thing
I
is,
thought.
he's not his first case. It's the first time he gets with different officers in the CIA.
Okay.
So this is the first. This is when he goes for the first time. I mean, you guys saw it in the trailer. The first joke that Morgan Freeman plays on him, tell him who you are, tell him what you're working for, gives you this perspective of a movie that is not all drama, right? That
Yeah.
is like real life, because in real life we suffer. We do with this and that and that. And I like the movie a lot. Is when Jack Ryan met his wife, his future wife. There's a lot of things important in Jack Ryan life. But the conflict, and where we're talking, they developed the conflict between the States and Russia. But the Nazi, this guy that is Nazi, saying you gotta make them fight against each other, fight them. So it's the perfect combination of where we're saying, because we have the two enemies, the Nazis and the red communists, right? I don't know, it's such a good movie, man. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it again.
It is a good one. It's been ages since I've watched it, but it's a really good one. But I got to nerd out on Argo for a minute, just because I knew I was going to
Yeah,
like
go
that
ahead.
movie. I didn't realize how much I was going to like that movie. However, I will say this: there's one mistake they made in that movie, and I'm sure they had a good reason for not doing it. But if you recall, in the trailer for Argo, they featured pretty heavily "Dream On," the song "Dream On" by
Yeah.
Aerosmith. I believe personally, there's a scene when they're walking through the airport and it's semi slow-mo. You know the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dream On should have been playing through that.
Yes and no. First of all, Ben Affleck as director is better than what people think.
Oh, hands down, yeah, he's
Like
incredible.
hands down. I don't care if he was drunk the whole thing. He's perfect. If that's how he functioned drunk, give him another bottle and
Yeah,
give him
give him
another
another
camera.
bottle. Another.
Ben Affleck, Bryan Cranston, and John
Based
Goodman.
based on a true story, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. I read the synopsis on the book by Tony Mendes.
Hmm.
Right. Actually, the only mistake that I see is that we got the chance to have a Latino lead, being Tony Mendes, and it was played by him. But I'm not angry because he's the Batman, and I like Ben Affleck. So I mean, let's be honest. How long he's been dating in and out J Lo? He already have enough Latino DNA in his body. So like, what?
He
What?
actually, yeah, a lot of people don't know, may not know this. He's actually fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, he talks perfect Spanish.
Yeah.
Alan Arkin is in the movie as well, and many other people. But it's such a great movie, Argo. The tension that you live, wow, it's you know
And
what?
dude,
I'm not.
when
Go
the
ahead.
when the students are breaking into the embassy, it's perfect movie. I mean, you can't do it a different way. Man, how the tension just keeps rising. You can like it makes you feel like you're there because you can see it boiling over.
But then you realize when you're involved in a production in any capacity, you learn so much. You can see traces of the sum of all fears. 20 years later, him as a director, you can see how he knows how the camera needs to move, the tension. Who directed the sum of all fears? Oh well, Phil and Alden Robinson. You might know this guy for um, The Good Fight, The Band of Brothers, uh, Field of Dreams.
Oh, we'll touch on that
He,
in a
he's
moment too.
he's old school. He's so old school that he directed Rhinestone with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. That's how old school this director is. That's this. He's old, bro. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know how old is he right now.
You know what? And
He born
you gotta give credit to
in the
Tom Clancy.
50s.
Oh
He's
shit.
94 right now.
You got to give credit to Tom Clancy for having some of the best titles ever. Like The Sum of All
He's
Fears, Patriot Games.
yeah, no, he's the shit. And I want to hands down to Paul Atanasio. He's the screenwriter from the movie, right? And you might know him from Donnie Franco, Doctor House, and many other more, right? But that's Donnie Franco was a great movie as well. Yeah, and Tom Clancy, man, how many movies does he has?
Well, so many that I oftentimes don't realize it's Tom Clancy. But then when I learn it's Tom Clancy, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah.
Tom Clancy is The Hunt of Red October, The
Yep.
Sum of All Fears, Clear and Present Danger. That is the third part of Patriots game. Patriots games, obviously. Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan, the new one. The one that I never like is Without Remorse because
I
it's
haven't
more
seen it.
based.
Hmm.
Without Remorse is with what is the name of this actor? Michael B. Jordan. That
Hmm.
they decide to try a black Jack Ryan.
Is Rules of Engagement is not Tom Clancy.
Rules of Engagement. Did I say Rules of Engagement? No.
No, you didn't. I was thinking it, but
Oh,
that's not.
Ghost Recon, Breakpoint, The Division, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, Splinter Cell, the video game, Splinter Cell, the concept and idea. I mean, many video games that we love, uh, they're based on his books. So the Ghost Recon, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the Net Force. You remember Net Force?
Hmm.
That's all, bro. Clear and Present Danger, Patrick's Game, The Hunter of Red October. Yeah, I mean, it's Tom Clancy is the shit of writers. The Sum of All Fears, you can watch it in Max, you can rent it in Prime Video, whatever it is your choice. The Sum of All Fears is such a good movie that, and was the first time that we got together Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman. So
Oh, it was the first time, huh?
yeah, and you remember Bruce McGill?
The name sounds familiar.
I'm gonna show it to you because you know this person. I don't know what IMDb.
Okay, yeah. I know him.
He's super known. He's there playing such a good character, man. Right? Such a good character. And Phil Baker Hall too. It's a really good movie. Highly recommended. There's another actor, and this is something for you. He was another actor that then he started doing more comedy that barely appears in the movie. Who was that person? That actor?
Is it Jim Carrey?
No.
Steve Carell?
He got no. Maybe, I mean, not super comedy, but
Oh, Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber. He appears in the movie with a small as he's an assassin, and he's awesome.
Man, Liev Schreiber doesn't get enough credit. He's been in some good shit.
He's an amazing actor.
Yeah,
Everything
he's
you
great.
watch with him is. You saw Spotlight? He was
Spotlight?
Victor Critic Wolverine.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
in the second one.
In the bad one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been into a lot of good things.
He was the only reason I was even remotely entertained during the remake of The Omen.
Did you like Ray Donovan?
I did not watch it. I know what you're talking about, but I have not seen it.
I watched the first 2 seasons, and then I got tired, to be honest with you. It was the same on the same, but that's not the actor's fault. Anyway, The Sum of All Fears, fantastic movie. Max, watch it. If you don't like
it's on
it,
Max. Okay.
It's on Max. It's on Max. I think we got more comments.
No, I don't see any new ones.
Yeah. All right, let's go to your recommendation or mine.
My movie recommendation is a movie that I actually saw by accident a few years ago. I will set the scene for you. We were visiting my ex-wife's family, as we did every year in Alabama, and while I love
Hold
my
a second.
father,
You cannot say Alabama like that. You know how you got to say it.
Alabama.
There you go. Now keep going.
Okay. We was in the county of Greenbow, but anyway, while I love my father-in-law, however, they had a tendency to watch the same shit on television and not stop. We had just wrapped up. I'm not kidding you. We had just wrapped up 5 hours of Fear Factor. That's 10 episodes. It's 10 episodes of Fear Factor. I was fucking done. And I was just waiting for them to put on something remotely interesting. Well, and then after Fear Factor ends, this movie starts saying until it's older, and I went, fuck. I thought it was going to be boring. I'm so glad I didn't have anything better to do. This movie was fucking awesome. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. The movie's called No Way Out, stars Kevin Costner. I believe it's 1985, so right in the heart of the Cold War. 1987.
Let me give you a clap. What a great movie. Do you have the trailer?
I do. And we're going to watch it. We're going to play it for you right now. And it's the original trailer, too. So for all you retro fans out there, you'll enjoy this.
They needed a hero.
I understand he has a background in intelligence.
There's 2 tours with naval intelligence.
Get him here.
He liked excitement.
Take us somewhere.
He wanted her. Their passion upset the balance of power.
What's all this top secret business I've been hearing about over the Pentagon?
You know I work for Bryce?
Then that makes 2 of us.
This one can do things for me like no other woman I've ever met.
Behind the cover-up,
Try and understand.
the power.
The important thing is to abort an investigation before it ever gets to you.
You haven't told me everything.
Who's running this thing at the Pentagon?
The new boy, Farrell.
So we can take the fall in case anything goes wrong.
The loyalty.
I love you. I promise I'll work everything out.
How did you actually meet the Secretary of Defense?
I need a car. It's an emergency.
These people have already tried to kill one person who knew.
Bring this one down. No, you can't take that.
Behind the deceit.
If it were your intention to bring down David Bryce, then I'd have no choice but to make sure that you didn't get away with it.
They mean to kill me, Sam.
Because of the truth, there's no way out. Kevin Costner, Gene Hackman, Sean Young, Will Patton, No Way Out.
You pattern, wow.
Man, it makes you want to watch it again, doesn't it?
Yeah. Are we back?
Yes, we are.
You gotta let me know when we're back,
I know. I
man.
just realized I didn't. No
No, because I
way
was
out.
watching the trailer. I'm like, wow, man, that's I haven't watched that movie in so long. It's those kind of movies that
It's so good though, and like I said, it's such a. I don't mean this in a bad way. It's such a simple movie. It's the plot's very straightforward. It adds some layers to it, and the ending is legitimately surprising, which
don't do that.
I'm not gonna
Don't do
spoil it for
that.
him. No,
Because you
I'm not
always jump into the ending in the recommendations. That's not fair.
because I'm letting people know it's worth sticking around for the ending because it is legitimately shocking.
Do you actually know somebody that wanna nowadays go to Netflix, whatever, and push play and don't finish the movie?
Yes, so many people.
Okay, those for those losers that are you're there, listen to Jake. Watch the whole movie because it's a really good movie.
I mean, if you're not into it in the first few minutes, I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, I guess by today's filmmaking standards, it is a little bit slower, but that's because it's good.
Yeah, no, but it's a good movie. It's a solid movie. I
Not to
think I
mention that dapper motherfucker Kevin Costner. You see that
dude,
shit?
dude, dude. It's like I want to put my hat plazas and go on rock. It's like I'm never gonna make it in Hollywood.
You know, it's
So
really funny. When I was in college, I had an anthropology professor who, in addition to actually getting something wrong, and she hated me because I I did okay, and I didn't even correct her. I no no
you're
okay here
lying. You probably correct her
no.
many times.
I asked a clarification question because the book said something different, and I wanted to
I don't
know.
believe you, Mr. Boger. You probably were correcting that poor
Well,
teacher.
for one thing, she called me Mr. Bogert, even though there's no T in my name, and she also pronounced it Kevin Costner.
It's like encyclopedia. She was.
So here's the funny thing. We did not like each other. I think she was purposefully being a bitch, not just to me. There were a handful of us that just rubbed her the wrong way, I guess, and she punished us for it.
How she
But
look?
oh, old decrepit.
So maybe she got a crush on you, Mr. Bogart.
Hopefully not. But anyway, on the last day when I turned in my final, I looked her dead in the eye and I said, "By the way, it's pronounced Costner." And then I just walked out because she kept bringing up Kevin Costner and Dances with Wolves, and it pissed me off every time she said it.
Well, Mr. Bogart. It's nice. I like Mr. Bogart. Like Humphrey Bogart. I mean, the woman has a problem with the teeth. I mean, come on, don't be bad with Mrs.
Clearly,
You know that
clearly.
she's dead right now, right? You don't feel bad about it?
I didn't even think about it until you said it.
No, she's dead, and she's in hell next to the
No, she's
next
not
to
in
Woody
hell.
Allen, next to Woody Allen character saying, "Ah, that Mr. Bogart was annoying."
It's
Sorry,
okay. He's on his way.
she's still
Yeah,
waiting for Kevin Costner. What you say, Costner?
Kevin Costner.
Costner to go into heaven
Yeah,
with her.
yeah.
By the
I'm
way, I'm a
glad.
little disappointed at Kevin Costner right now.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this. I'm glad he's had a career resurgence, though.
No. I'm upset because he didn't sign for the last season of Yellowstone.
Yeah, but he was doing the film project, wasn't he?
No, it's because they didn't pay him enough. He's like, dude, you have fans now, bro. Don't fuck it up.
Well, maybe they should shell out more money.
No, he doesn't want to work with the director. Whatever it is the case, Kevin, let me level with you, Kevin. We need you in Yellowstone, bro. Just one more
Actually,
season.
you know what,
Just
Justin?
one, bro. Sorry. I'm talking with Kevin here, right? Okay, please, sake. Kevin, let me level with you. You are the show. Just give us 4 episodes and you kill the character with honorability and with good pace. Don't make us leave the he's dead from one season to another. Give us 4 episodes, please. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, you can go on, Jake.
Well, so actually, Justin asked a question about whatever happened to Orion. Um, so long story short, it's been folded into MGM and it's owned by Amazon. That's what happened to
What is?
Orion Films.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
It had well, he asked what happened to Orion Films. It was the production company behind No Way Out.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there were a
Yeah,
ton of
well,
Orion
everything.
films during that time. But yeah, so apparently they had a revival in 2013. It eventually got bought by Amazon and then wrapped into MGM. So
Did this disrupt you when I put a lot of hearts? You see them?
yeah. But if you want to watch No Way Out, you can watch it for free on Tubi or Pluto TV currently.
Toby, I'm so happy with them. Did you watch the shows that I told you, or you didn't give it them?
It's not that I didn't give a damn. I didn't have the time, and you know why. But yeah, dude,
Dude, it's
Tubi.
not like you're working all the time.
Okay. I
But
don't
let
know
me
what the fuck I'm
congratulate
doing
you
then.
for the trailers. The trailers that you did this make it
Oh, there's
even better.
more.
It feels. Oh yeah, okay. Let's go
There's
for
more.
the next one.
But I do
I
want
want
to
to talk
say,
about my recommendation. Go
well,
ahead.
I do want to give a shout out to Tubi because I remember when Tubi first came out, it was the shits, and I ignored it for a long time, and I just recently got back on there because I wanted to watch a movie. Holy crap. Whoever is in charge over there, fucking bravo. Because I'll be honest with you, if you're tight on cash, like legitimately tight on cash, and you can't afford Netflix Max or whatever, just download Tubi. Honestly, there's a ton of
You
great
will be
stuff on
fine.
there. Yeah, you'll be
You'll be
fine.
fine.
You'll be fine. It's fantastic. There's plenty of free apps if you're really
Now, if
cash
you're
strapped.
really tight on money, just write me in a comment, and I give you my password. It's okay because art is for everyone. Anyway, I want to talk about the looming tower. Holy
Okay, I don't have a
fuck!
trailer for that one because I misread your text earlier.
Are you
I
serious?
got one for your game. Don't hate on me.
You don't have one from the looming tower. I was waiting to
I
watch
did. I
that.
couldn't read your damn text. It was spaced oddly. That's why I was confused.
Okay, I want you to put the. I want you to put the fucking text. Please put it. Put the
I
text
can't.
over there. Put
What
the
text?
text for the audience.
I can't do
The
that right
one that
now.
is spaced wrong. Damn it. Anyway, let me talk about the looming tower. It's a 6 episode by Hulu, released in 2018, if I'm not wrong. It looks perfect to
Oh, hang
me.
on.
You can see it. Okay, it's
Yeah,
getting there.
it's not in focus. My camera
It
doesn't
looks perfect.
autofocus.
Anyway, so blame me, of course. Blame the Mexican.
It is your
Blame
fault.
the Latino. It's not my fault. The
I
Looming
will.
Tower is 6 episodes, a mini series special by Hulu about the before the 2 years when they were following Bin Laden and the threats to the country, and it finished with the two towers.
I was gonna say pre 9/11.
Pre 9/11,
Oh,
because the Quran says, "I will warn you twice, and in the third I will strike." And there's this obsessed guy with it that obviously is not supported. You can they show how they bring again the Monica Lewinsky case, so people get distracted because they were looking into Bin Laden at the same time that Monica Lewinsky was at the same time. I know I don't have the
have
sense.
you had a lot of practice with that?
Hey, shut the fuck up. I mean, I haven't done it myself. I got a POV.
You've done a lot of film study. I got you.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about POV of the studying camera. Anyway, so Monica Lewinsky, they brought the case back to distract the audience because if you remember, around in what happened in the length of this show, we see how we missed the bombing and we hit a school in Afghanistan, the bombing in the embassy, right? That the terrorists went and killed American citizens, soldiers. So they actually put everything well documented because this show was released in 2018. So now it's been the time where everything was released, and they do such a solid political. More, it's not an action movie. It's a political miniseries. Highly recommended. Is woo I watched it a long time ago. I watched it when I had COVID, so I didn't remember a lot of things. And now that I'm rewatching it, it's really good. I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure the trailer is fantastic, but Mr. Bogart preferred to talk about Kevin Costner instead of getting it for us. But yeah, The Looming Tower on Hulu. And it's your turn. I'm pretty sure we have a trailer for you.
We do. And in an effort to make this more lighthearted,
Sit and spin, man. Sit and spin.
I'm actually really surprised how many people don't remember this show or didn't know it existed to begin with. So this is very, very early, very early. I think it premiered in like 2001. From the creators of South Park, which I only learned recently. Comedy Central did a series parodying the George W. Bush White House
Oh, really?
called That's My Bush. And this is actually the trailer for the DVD box set because the TV trailer was such poor quality and it was shorter, but this gives you a good idea of the show. So here is That's My Bush.
Before WMDs, before FEMA, there was just W.
I am such a pussy.
That's my bush.
From the creators of South Park comes That's My Bush, the definitive collection on DVD.
George, you're the president of the United States.
I know.
Bush listens to the people.
How will you silence their valiant voices?
Like this.
Because he's one of them.
Let's get this party started!
And just like every other classic TV family, this house has the frisky wife.
We should do it in every room here.
The wacky neighbor.
Hey, George.
The sassy cleaning woman.
Oh, president's not going downtown anymore, huh?
And a dick.
I hate being number 2!
Bonus features include audio commentary from the cast and creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
What you talking about, Larry?
That's My Bush, the definitive collection, now available on DVD. The greatest president of the 21st century deserves a great DVD.
My God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Wow.
we're back. Yeah, I forgot about the abortion episode.
Oh
That
my
that
God,
shit's
this is
it's
so funny.
it was funny, and there's a great they do a Second Amendment episode where the joke is that a bear breaks into the White House and gets a hold of a gun. And at the end of it, the guy says, "Well, if we've learned anything, it's that we should all have the right to bear arms, but not the right to arm bears."
That's funny.
The guy
Please,
does
I'm
a
begging,
fantastic
I'm
Bush
begging the
impression.
creators of South Park to do a second part with Trump and a third season with Biden, please,
Oh God.
please,
That would they don't I mean I'm sure they don't have time, but oh my well, I don't know. They did that. They were producing South Park at the time, so
please. Now you have a lot of money. Just give us one season of Trump and one season of Biden. Or you know what?
give
Let's
us
just
the
go
money, we'll
direct with
do
the
it.
Biden. If you don't give us the money and you give us the right and you talk legal, I do it. Do it. Man, that is like fantastic. Man, life was so easier 10 years ago.
I'm surprised it's not more popular because I mean it wasn't super popular when it
Comedy
aired.
Central but Comedy Central was a cable channel back in the day. Remember?
Correct, yeah, but
So and you know what? I'm amazed that there's not a Comedy Central app like Netflix with all the comedy.
well, I think
I
it's
mean,
kind of it's rolled into Max, isn't it?
yeah,
Pretty
but it's
much.
not like
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
mean,
know.
I know, you know what I mean. Well, but
Yeah.
that was a great. What is the name again?
That's My Bush.
That's My Bush, and where we can find it.
Unfortunately, it is not streaming anywhere. However, you can buy the complete series on DVD on Amazon.
Who has a DVD now? Oh well, you got a PlayStation. You can do it with a PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah, if
for sure.
you gotta buy the DVD. Or you can sail the seven seas.
I don't know what that means. I will not support anything like that. Anyway, the next recommendation. I hope you got a trailer for me. Do you?
Is this your weird one?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let me talk about this weird one. First of all, is before the lead actor was considered a sex offender and a pedophile, and he disappeared from the from Hollywood brutally because I really like him as a person, and I like him as a. I think that a lot of the allegations are not real, and I think that when somebody smokes so much weed, don't remember as much. But I don't think he's a bad person. He got an
And
academy in Hollywood. He got an
and
academy in
his
Hollywood.
yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
his roast is one of the best ones.
Yeah, because he played ball and he was, but I think that he accomplished too many things too fast, and that didn't sit well with the industry. I mean, he even got an Academy nomination, right, for the artist, the movie.
Did he
The,
get a nomination or an award? Did he win? I don't think he won. No, did he win?
I think he won. I will check on that. Anyway, we're talking about James Franco. He's not a dear friend or anything, but we have a relationship because he got a school, the first school, uh, MDR Madeira. The Madeira studio was his first school, and he was actually, if you get accepted in that thing, you will be in his movies. And I think that was really big. If you got accepted in the school after you cast for the school, after a year, you will be paid to be in his movies. And I
Well,
think that
and
was really big in Hollywood.
the other reason that's also really cool is because
The
it
Madeira studio, that was the name.
yeah, but it also it kind of goes back to the older mentality or the older studio mentality where I don't know that they had, teaching attached to it, not formally, but like, you know, it goes back to when studios basically owned actors' contracts.
And
And
let's be honest, he gave us Danny McBride? Who gave us Danny McBride? I just love him for that. I mean,
that, you know what?
Eastbound and
Valid.
Down is one of my favorite shows ever. Have you watched Eastbound and Down?
No.
Okay, you know what? You threatened me with blackmail me. You haven't still failed safe. You haven't watched the movies that I recommend, and you never seen Eastbound and Down. So if I tell you right now, you're fucking out. You don't know what I'm talking about.
What?
I can't. Yeah, the Eastbound and Down. Before we go to my recommendation,
But
really
have you
quick.
seen but have you seen This Is the End?
Of course.
Okay, just making sure. Actually, I think we talked
Uh,
about it.
the Eastbound and Down is not my recommendation. I'm just gonna point there that Danny McBride, he's the pinnacle of comedy, with a guy that his name is Kenny. Kenny, what is the last name of Kenny? Anyway, Kenny
McCormick.
Powers. There you go. No, Kenny Powers, and he's a total hillbilly, if you allow me to say that word.
It's not
Major
offensive.
Leagues Baseball, that he hits the pinnacle, but then he's so absurd that he finishes a teacher in his old town, and it's the path for him to get back into the majors. Bro, he's the most unpolitically correct, sarcastic, black humor. He wrote the whole thing. It's a must watch. This is not my recommendation, but if you miss old comedy when nobody got offended with anything, you gotta watch Eastbound and Down with Kenny Powers by Danny McBride. So I will be always thankful, James Franco, for Danny McBride. And let's go to my recommendation.
Okay.
Please roll them up. Roll it
I'm
up.
going to tell
Play
you
it up.
something.
Whatever you want to say.
It's going to seem crazy. But you go through there, it's 1960. I need you to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a short trailer, but
But you got more than that
it's kind of
information.
perfect. It's kind of perfect. It's such a
That's you
good
know what
show.
I like that because now you don't know shit because what you need to watch. Like sometimes the trailers give you too much information. This is a normal guy that inside a diner is totally Stephen King. Now,
Yeah, it's
as you
totally
see,
Stephen King.
but in the hands of J.J. Abrams, that I respect a lot, regardless what people said, but regardless of whatever, I
I'll
really
be
respect his.
I'll to be fair, I think that if they had kept it in J.J. Abrams' hands, the sequel Star Wars trilogy would not have been
Yeah, that's
it wouldn't
bad.
have been the shits.
Um, let me talk about this show. In a diner, he finds a door that will take him 4 years before the assassination of JFK. 4 years. So he got 4 years to fix everything so JFK don't die. But if he fuck it up and he goes back to the present and want to go back to the past, guess what? He's 4 years before. He doesn't go freely. So if he mess it up and he goes back, he will have to restart again. Now, there's something that Stephen King is always, I'm not obnoxious, but present in his novels. Time will fight back. The timeline will fight back. So his enemy is the timeline. And it's such a good show. Such a good show. It's on Hulu. I think I might be wrong, but I don't think so because I'm never wrong. I would like to say that, even I know I'm wrong. It was the first Hulu original, at least in that area, in the area of sci-fi.
Maybe.
This is 2017. Hulu was starting, but man, what a great show! Is like seriously, the recommendation of this show for both are over the top. You gotta watch it.
I could not believe how good it was, and this was back when Hulu didn't drop all the episodes at once, so they released them weekly. Bro, I'm telling. When we knew when the episode was dropping, and
you're going.
Our plans were asses on couch.
Yeah.
Lights off. We're watching this shit.
You needed to know what happened in 2017 and even before, right? But you needed to know what happened, and everybody was talking about the show. Actually, I believe that this show and when they signed The Shield is what bring them up to the negotiation to be bought by Disney. The movements that you do previous is fantastic. But go ahead. We're running out of time. I already got my Twitter telling me that we're already close on time.
Okay,
so I got a little voice here that when we hit 2 hours, tell me battery low.
Gotcha. So are we doing music or weird things?
Weird. You're weird. You're weird.
Okay, so my weird thing. Have you seen the anime video about the attempted Trump assassination?
No, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Oh no, it's pure comedy. But here, check this out.
You gonna play it?
Yeah, I saw this on social media earlier today.
Let's watch it.
我が心と行動に一点の曇りなし。すべてが正義だ。ドジャーンドジャーンドジャーン一体何のつもりなんだ遺体はこのバレンタインのことを好いてくれて
I've seen a lot of those things where they're like, if such and such was an anime, and
I want to laugh about it. I want to like it, but my own morale doesn't allow me to celebrate in any case something like that. But it's funny. It's funny.
That's all it is. It's funny. And again, this would not. It would be a completely different tone, and it probably wouldn't have been made if Trump wasn't okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, but it's funny though. It's funny how the bullet gets stopped right there. It's funny.
What's your weird one, buddy?
My weird one was the science fiction with J.J. Abrams and Stephen King.
No, what? Hang on. What was your?
Yes, the Looming Tower was a TV series. The weird one is a travel into time with James Franco.
So what was the game though?
Oh, the game is just decide to put a game there and a song because this is my podcast. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I have a trailer for it.
Go on, come on, bring it. Because this is a second weird one. So I decided to do two TV series because I think J.J. Abrams and Stephen King is a weird thing that happened.
And yet it worked
then
to
I found
perfection.
this video game that is really funny, and we got a trailer for it. Hit it up.
I actually kind of want to play it.
The team that brought you the 2016 blockbuster election game Win the White House is back. Learn where the rubber meets the road during election season. Win the White House puts you in charge of your own presidential campaign. Create a candidate, pick a slogan, and get ready to jump into the primaries. Do you know where you stand on the issues? Updated for the next election season and beyond, pick issues that matter to you and add them to your campaign. Travel in style as you raise funds for your campaign efforts. Poll states to see your level of support and what issues have traction. Make personal appearances and run media campaigns to capture voters' attention.
Breaking news. This party is on a roll.
Gain momentum, flip states, and keep an eye on the electoral vote tally as the decision day draws near. Can you win the White House?
It's really good, man.
Yeah, it seems like a really cute game, but honestly, like, kind of want to play it.
You know what? The thing with this is that it guides young generations to understand about the electoral votes. It helps you to a lot of things. Everything fine? Did your dog just fart?
My dog just ripped ass, and it.
I can see your face. So yeah, everyone can see your face. You know what a great moment. This moment is gonna go to the
Jesus Christ.
Your face was like I knew that he farted.
Oh,
like
if you have a pit bull, you understand what's happening right now, and this one was audible.
The other day in the morning, Ozzy jumped and laid next to me, and he stand up in my face and fart. I can hear the. So it's not a pit bull, but I know the feeling. Yeah, this electoral game is really funny. It's a weird recommendation if you want to show your kids or you just want to have fun with it. You will learn the electoral thing, and it's a cute game and it's funny to play. So yeah, that was my recommendation. Let's jump into the music, buddy, so we can wrap this up. If you can talk.
Yeah, I can. I'll bear through. So my music recommendation is actually it's a hilarious song and it's educational because it'll help you learn all the presidents. I think it goes to Obama, but it's just called "The Presidents" by Jonathan Colton, and the best line in it because it goes through each president and something they did. Like it starts out with George Washington was the first in; he was perfect.
Oh, I know the song. I saw it.
And then it finally gets down to Clinton gave an intern a cigar. It's really funny. It's really
sings
funny.
That song?
Jonathan Colton.
Cool.
I'm a little more
sensitive. And I'm a little more sensitive. I'm choosing "In the Name of Love" by U2. That was written for Martin Luther King. April. If the lyric says April 4. That song is an honor to Martin Luther King and the assassination of Martin Luther King. And I'm really grateful again that we didn't have to live that again because it was really similar. So yeah. But yeah, "In the Name of Love" by U2 is a classic. And it's a song that you need to know, right? If you don't live under a rock. So that's it. We made it. I don't think how the hell we made it. But
I don't know.
Remember to share. Remember to subscribe. We are going up on numbers, and it's really good. It's been like we can tell. It's not a lie when people say just keep doing it and it's going to work out. I want to say hello to my fans because actually I got more than 100,000 views in the video that I did from Star Wars. Remember? So it's pretty cool to see so many. You're dying with the fart there.
No, it's gone now. You're disgusting.
But, we're still working the album with Again and Forever. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be ready in November, as I say, hopefully. And thank you, everyone. Big hello to my band. It was my guitar player birthday, so.
And real quick, the second sponsor of tonight's episode, the Arte Podcast Pantheon. Do you have an idea for a podcast? Well, guess what? Let us know, and we can help you make it a reality. In fact, we have a number. I believe there are 4 new podcasts that are going to be coming. 5. No, there's 5 that are going to be coming before too long. So within the next couple of weeks or.
And we want more. We want you. We want more. Yeah.
We want you to talk about shit on the internet, just like us.
Yeah, and make a business with it, man. This is This has been a really good road. Too bad that I'm gonna have to quit after you blackmail me. My lawyers just contact me
No,
here.
no, the blackmail is to keep you doing this.
Oh, you know what? We're cool then.
That's not funny, Justin.
What he said?
He said, "Beam me up coming soon." Remember, we can't do beam me up. It was taken.
You know what? We can if we spell it differently. I checked with the lawyers.
Well, but then it's not Star Trek. So.
You just need to say "beam me up, Scotty." I know that you don't
But
want
they
that, but
didn't
it's
ever say that.
I know,
And plus,
but
that's
understand
only.
that it's a cultural thing.
But it's also only limited to the first series.
It's a cultural thing.
We're workshopping it.
It's a cultural thing.
We're workshopping it. We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll
that means no. If you work with him, you would know that when we shop and let's talk about it means no.
Listen, it's valid.
Why? I would love to call it that essential, that is irrational, but people will have a lot of problem with writing irrational.
Yeah.
Right? But I got one. Are you ready, Justin? Live long and prosper, the podcast.
But again, that's only Vulcans.
Bro, it's not. It's the culture. It's like use the force.
Culture.
It's the culture. Think about it.
I don't know. We'll
Live
workshop it.
long and prosper. Fuck. Live long and prosper, the podcast. Wait. LP, the podcast. Live long and prosper. Bro, trust me on this. Justin, please, I need to your boat there.
We'll figure it out. But anyway, look for that and the other podcasts coming soon. You can see all of them on rtamedia.org. And if you have an idea for a podcast, I've made it easy for you. Second link in the description is the contact form for RTA Media. Shoot us an email, tell us your idea, and we'll help you bring it to life. Until then, until next week.
It's been a pleasure. We haven't done this in a while, but I want to do it today.
Right.
All right. Thank you for everything. Roll.